Hey, Stephen. Uh, Jon Cooper had mentioned that it kind of feels like the last day of school with this group in the sense that there's not much we know about what will happen next year with the cap and everything like that. And I was wondering how much have you guys thought about that as players or talked about it or something that's kind of maybe, driving the group knowing how special this opportunity is?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think there's a lot of talk about it. I think it's one of those things that you understand the situation. So let's go out and, um, you know, do as best as we can as a group because most likely, in a cap world, this group probably isn't going to play together. Just like the group from last year, not everyone could come back. Every year it's tough, but um, we do realize the reality, but I think guys are just focused and zeroed in on the task at hand right now, and then all that stuff kind of figures itself out in the summertime.
We'll go to Ed and Cena.
I think kind of going along with that, you guys have been so focus driven, so goal driven, in trying to accomplish this goal. How have you guys maybe kind of tried to enjoy the ride though of this past season and just kind of the run that you guys have been on?
Well, there's no better time than playoffs, and that's the most fun time as a player you're going to have in your career. So anytime you can go on extended runs, you're around the guys all the time. You get on the road, you're together. The camaraderie is amazing, and just you see the sacrifice that every player goes through, whether it's body wise or being away from family or we're in the finals, we're in Canada, we're back into kind of a bubble life in terms of being at the hotel. So it's just all those different things add up, and you just realize how special a group that we have, and now we want to get the job done again, just like we did last year, and it's going to be difficult, but we've put ourselves in a position based on the way we've played, and we just have to stick to that.
We'll go to Greg Wyshynski.
Hey there, Stephen. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this odd break that we have between games, like to have a whole weekend off like this, and obviously you guys probably want to get right back at it to close this thing out. What's that been like for you guys?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of an adjustment. We've been used to going every other day, and especially when they're in the position that we are, you just want to go out there and get on the ice and play. Again, being in the hotel, it's 2 days, not being able to leave has been an adjustment. But like I said, we got a great setup at the hotel. The guys, we obviously love being around each other, and anytime you can get a little break, I guess, from the physical side, guys will take it at this time of the year. So, yesterday was a good day off for us. Guys got some treatments, relaxed. Today we get on the ice for the guys who wanted to go out there and get their legs going. And then, tomorrow, obviously, we know that the challenge in front of us.
We'll go to Eric Erlinson.
Hi, Stephen. What's kind of the dealing with the emotions here, right? Like, what you have in front of you tomorrow. And I guess that, family won't have an opportunity to be there if you're able to accomplish that tomorrow. You got a storm coming back here in Tampa that might potentially disrupt things. I mean, just the challenge of dealing with all those emotions over the next 24 or 36 hours.
Yeah, it's usually the teams that, throughout a run can kind of get rid of those distractions, and the teams that aren't looking beyond the next game. I think for us, we've been in this position before. We understand the magnitude of the game, and we understand that we really are, as much as it's cliche to say, we're focused on the start of next game, and all those other things work themselves out. You never know what's going to happen in the course of a game or a series. So we're focused on our start next game. We want to come out extremely hard, and we realize, both teams understand the situation that they're in. So we're excited for the challenge, and, all those things will take care of itself. Obviously, a couple wrinkles with, the situation that we're in here in Canada, and then the storm back home. We want to make sure everyone's safe, but at the same time, this group is focused on the game.
Take two more questions for Stephen. We'll go to John Romano.
Hey, Stephen, you've been around plenty of coaches over the years. What's the best way to describe Cooper's personality and his impact on this team?
He's confident, and that's something that has always spilled over to the teams that he's coached, and probably why a lot of them have gone on to be champions, including ourselves, because he expects everyone in the room obviously to do their job. The accountability is huge from the coaching staff to the players and from the players to the players. But at the same time, he wants guys to go out there and do what they're best at and be confident in doing that. And, he's obviously grown as a coach since he's been here in Tampa, but he's always maintained that expectation that guys go out there and play with kind of what's got them to this level. And you've seen everyone who's come into our lineup has played, with that confidence, and, it shows on the ice.
Our last question for Stephen will be Richard Labbé.
Yeah, hi, Stephen. You touched a little bit on this when you said the group is focused on next game. I want to ask you, not many teams come back from 0-3, as you probably know. You're not down 0-3, you're up 3-0. How do you keep from being overconfident at this point?
I don't think really our group has ever been that way. I mean, listen, you're in the Stanley Cup Finals. You're playing against a great team over there. We've said it from whether it's the first round of the Stanley Cup Final, the fourth game is always the hardest to win, and that's the mentality we've had. Sometimes it takes 4 games, sometimes 7. We expect that this group is going to be ready to play, and we expect that their group is going to be ready to play. No games are easy at this time of the year, so I think for us it's easy not to look past that. We know the difficulty of the Montreal Canadiens and what they bring to the table, and for us it's another game. Like I said, you worry about all that stuff after you've gone out there and put your best effort on the ice, and if we can do that next game, whatever happens. But we're just focusing. We're not reading into all that stuff. This group's very mature in terms of realizing the task at hand.
Thanks very much for your time, Stephen.
Thanks.